when you
Walking away
decided
from
that you didn't
Gossip
want to do
Girl
Gossip
wasn't
Girl
just a
anymore? The
career
show.
shift, it was a breaking point, a moment where freedom and fear collided in the most explosive way. For so long, she had lived inside a machine that never stopped moving. The lights, the pressure, the
So it
constant
was
demand to
incredibly
be
exciting. I think
on,
I had
it
already
all
checked
became
out
a
long
world that
before
felt smaller and smaller, even as the show grew into a global phenomenon. What no one saw behind the polished scenes was how quietly she had already begun slipping away from it all. By the time she reached her final season, she wasn't just tired, she was emotionally gone. Showing up felt like pulling herself through quicksand, and every script placed in her hands felt like a reminder that she was losing pieces of herself to a character she no longer recognized. So when the moment finally came, when the showrunners officially wrote her off, the world didn't crumble. It cracked open. She described it like watching the sun rise after years of living in the dark. A massive weight she didn't even realize she'd been carrying fell away in an instant. No more feeling trapped in a role that overshadowed her real identity. No more being bound by a schedule that dictated her entire existence. For the first time in a long time, she felt something she had nearly forgotten, her own heartbeat, her own voice, her own dreams calling out to her. That freedom was overwhelming, beautiful, terrifying, electrifying. She could finally choose her own path. She could breathe again. She could be herself again. And that realization hit her with the force of a tidal wave. Leaving wasn't just an exit, it was a rebirth. As for Jenny Humphrey, the iconic, chaotic, fiercely determined girl she brought to life, she imagines her surviving, thriving, and fighting her way through adulthood with the same fire she had as a teenager. Jenny was always misunderstood, always underestimated, but she had a spark that refused to die. Today, Jenny wouldn't be lost in the shadows of the Upper East Side anymore. She'd be running her own fashion empire, crafting pieces that scream rebellion and raw honesty. She'd be setting trends instead of chasing them, breaking rules instead of being broken by them. Maybe she'd be traveling the world, gathering stories and stitching them into her art. Maybe she'd still be a little messy, still a little wild, but that's what made her
Role of your
unforgettable.
life is
In
a
the
very
end, both the actress
powerful
and the
feeling.
character
Where do you think
found
Jenny
something
Humphrey
bigger
is
than
today? What
fame,
would she be doing?
freedom,
Oh God, I don't know.
identity,
Hopefully
and the courage to
making
walk
clothes
away
and
from the world
being
that
a
once
big
defined
mess.
them.